the guy I chose.
Oh my God!
We don't go shopping together.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking Cracker Jack toy of a t-shirt.
C4 making a statement of his own there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, like this situation could boil over at any point. The Murph, prime time. I haven't seen a confrontation like that in years.
Directors might not get what they want.
I've never seen a backyard wrestler rip off another backyard wrestler ripping off a superhero before.
First time for everything.
You ready?
Prime time does not look happy.
You ready? Let's go.
All right, it's Andrew Wright versus Super Chris.
Super C4.
Super C.
Come on, boss.
Superseded.
I ain't doing nothing.
All right, just making sure.
Ghetto Gary is gonna have to. Oh.
Keep him over there on that side.
Ghetto Gary's gonna have to keep control of this action. Once again, the board of directors is, quote, strongly advising that there is no physical contact here. This situation could boil over at any point. Oh!
Man!
I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of smack talking from the sidelines in this.
Ladies and I mean, this is this is like a rivalry game at this point now. Primetime, I mean, came out here and simply said, you know, Murph, we don't care what you're talking about. Now, Walters, we gotta let's talk about this.
Well, let's face it, we didn't know what he was talking about.
I mean,
let's
let's be fair here. Let's play both sides. Murph bought that TV time. He does have the right to say whatever he wants to talk about. At this, oh my God, oh my!
That's where I have to agree with you.
But at the same time, I mean, those are topics not relevant here to the IWC. If prime time, it's just, I mean, he's a member of this Fed. If he wants to come out and say, "Hey, shut your mouth," maybe he's entitled to. I don't know.
Murph came out doing a little self-advertising, and Primetime didn't take too much liking.
I mean, Murph is at best an infrequent visitor to the IWC. I mean, he was here today. He bought television time. I mean, our hands are kind of tied.
Definitely an articulated champion in yards across the tri-state.
Well, I mean,
some of the names you were naming, you know, they've never even been here before. We can't measure them.
Although that's true. I watched the Backyard Wrestling Weekly. That is an impressive list. I mean, Murph is an accoladed champion, but Primetime says, I don't care. Oh!
Let's put it this way. Murph didn't buy that time trying to make any friends around here. That was all about himself.
No, absolutely.
Primetime just cut him off.
No, I mean, let's focus on the task at hand here. I mean, Andrew Wright, our commissioner, made this match. I mean, he can only do so much with his power, though. However, if he's to win this match, just like anybody else, you got to imagine he'd be right in line for a championship match down the road.
I mean, I'm sure he would write his own name on the list.
Now, C4 came out here to defend his buddy Primetime, and thank God. I mean, Primetime would have been in a 3-on-1 situation if C4 hadn't been around.
Somehow C4 ends up in a ring wrestling Andrew Wright out of the whole deal. Don't ask me out.
As I said, Andrew Wright made the match.
That's the second time.
I mean, this match was made before that little altercation. I mean, Primetime is the motherfucking G, but even 3-on-1 would have been a little too big of a mountain to climb for good old Primetime Tony.
Primetime, the hometown hero, Murph. They hated him.
I mean,
traveling.
Right? I mean, these two men haven't barely taken their eyes off each other at all this whole time. Again, the board of directors in my ear is strongly advising that that no physical contact happens between the people on the outside of the ring here. You know, suspensions could be handed down. I don't know what. Let's just let these guys battle it out in the ring. Oh, snaps!
I don't know if that was... I mean, Ben didn't touch him there, but there was definitely a distraction.
No, I mean, again, the board of directors is not kicking these people out.
Almost 3 with that brain chop.
I mean, but they're again strongly advising that there's no physical contact here. I mean, this is a big match. I mean, we haven't seen Andrew Wright in several weeks. This is a big match for, I think, both parties involved. I mean, with safety first, you know, followed by safety last next week. Everybody's trying to be in tip-top condition.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait for safety last at the rate we're going.
I mean, but the other thing is, I mean, I doubt we see Murph next week at Safety Last. You never know, but Primetime's got a big-time match with Triple R coming up. I mean, C4's got a big-time match with PJ Matthews. I mean, I understand there's pride and there's Fed pride and there's, you know, sticking up for yourself. But at the same time, these guys have huge matches coming up next week. You can't really risk, you know, getting into, you got to finish old scores before you start new ones.
I agree with you 110%.
I absolutely. I mean, and Walters, you know from your amateur wrestling days, you know, the toughest guy is the one in front of you at the moment. Andrew Wright might be out, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Wright, unknowingly to him. Whoa!
Ben gets in there!
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa!
Busted first trouble.
Whoa!
He hit him.
Whoa! Whoa! I mean.
Wait a second, a roll up.
Fruit roll up. He calls that the fruit roll-up, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a sticky situation every time.
Things will they come up with next?
Andrew Wright with a judo throw there.
Hey, I'm just watching the match, okay? I'm just watching the action.
Hey, that's all you better do, man.
Oh, big time DDT from C4. I mean, Andrew Wright had that one quick little slippery maneuver with the judo throw into the pin, but C4 firmly back on the offensive.
Right out of the socket.
Right out of the socket. Now I gotta say, I mean, let's not bury the lead here. BRB clearly interfered in this match. Ghetto Gary let it go because clearly BRB didn't get any offense and impact the match in a negative way. But that could be a suspension for BRB. We'll have to keep track on that on iwc.com/Britain over the next few weeks.
We will.
We had to give up our American website. Now we're only the Brits can watch us.
Hopefully we'll be back out in America.
Next week sometime. I'm hearing sometime next week.
Tap on right now.
We do, however,
Ref, he's not tapping.
have a radio show coming up
Yeah,
in the near future.
well, me and you do many radio shows, Walter. It's just for whatever reason they seem to never hit the airwaves. We gotta get on that Howard Stern package.
We will do a small breakdown of Safety Last when the card is named in full.
I mean, I think we're
And
pretty
of
much
course the same
right.
thing for WrestleMania.
No, I mean,
which we are 2 months away from.
we're marching to WrestleMania.
Maybe even less than 2 months.
No official date for WrestleMania as of yet. It's the first ever summer WrestleMania. We're all very excited here.
Things have changed a bit in IWC, but I believe it's for the better.
I believe it's for the better. You know, it's going to become a new summer tradition, WrestleMania. And
Tradition it will be.
WrestleMania 5, the number stays the same. It's just the time of season is a little different.
And I'll tell you what, the big number is 5. That's a lot of years.
Walters, they never said
They
we'd
got
make
a lot
it.
in the making.
They never-
The 5th year anniversary.
Just like
it's going to be huge.
Just like our endeavor as roommates, they never thought we'd make it.
No, it's amazing we've come this far. We're still in the booth.
Still in the booth. Andrew,
Big catch. I mean, he didn't swing out that hard. C4's capitalizing on that lackluster swing.
Andrew, the rings of Saturn usually do Andrew in.
Don't you tap.
Do you want to give up?
What?
Don't tap.
You let me know right now.
Andrew Ray squeal like a stuffed
Do it
pig.
again.
Don't you dare.
You say no.
Don't do it.
I don't know what that
Don't
Let
tap,
me know
Andy.
right now.
Don't tap, Andy. That looks dumb.
Don't
He
do
can't
it.
tap. He has no use of his arms.
Get that
He can say I quit verbally.
Right you are, Frost.
I mean, that's
I'm
what.
not making that,
Now, Walters, I got. In other news, I got it real quick here.
Wait a second!
Whoa! That might be the best
almost a
wrestling
huge
maneuver
upset
I've seen
there.
in Andrew Wright's career. That took real cunning.
I don't know how he got out of the rings there.
I don't know how he got out of the rings of Saturn.
You have a list?
Face is falling apart.
No.
During my match. What kind of people do you hire?
God, the tension is palpable between Murph and Primetime.
Right between the eyes, the champion
Come on, buddy.
has got to go for the cover, you would think here.
I mean, C4 has to end this one as quick as possible. He's
Tarp's
got,
a mess in there.
I mean,
The ring's a mess. It's a
C4 has, he has PJ Matthews in 6 days. He needs to stay focused.
no conditions for a fighting champion, I gotta say.
I mean, he has to get this match over as quick as possible. Andrew Wright, again, he's the commissioner. He does what he wants. Oh,
Second. Gary's not looking. That lifted him off of his feet.
Better not either.
I haven't done a single thing in this match.
You better
pain.
not. Because if you do,
The pain's running through him.
I feel like Primetime should have done something there.
what's going on now?
Primetime doesn't want to risk being suspended. I mean,
Yeah, Primetime.
the board can still see.
you're making
Wait a
excellent.
second.
Oh,
No. No.
Primetime initiated that conflict. If Primetime,
I think it's locked in.
I think
It
it's-
is locked in.
I think it's locked in as well. If Primetime had initiated conflict there, that could have been a suspension. That's it.
The Scorpion Tail is acting. He's tapping. Andrew Wright can't do it. C4 remains. Well, the championship wasn't on the line, but
He
he
remains
won't even
champion
have a number one
regardless.
contender at this point.
Now,
in
ladies
time.
and gentlemen,
Very
this
victorious.
is where things could get tense. It's
And I'll
3
tell
on
you what,
2.
The idol send a message to the pride of the Northeast.
The word has been sent down to these men that interaction is frowned upon. With suspensions could be at play here. You could sis. Oh, Primetime Tony and C4. Oh, some fighting words thrown around. Ladies and gentlemen, this situation is only going to escalate. C4 with a huge victory on a big momentum swing leading into safety last. 6 days away. Murph Andrew Wright, BRB, beating men tonight, but you know they'll be back in the future.
There's
Chuck,
one big question. Does
What?
Murph get a refund for his time?
I mean, that's the excellent question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week with new chants, new wrestlers, same great attitude. I'm Jim Frost. He's Chuck Walters. We got to clean up. We'll see you next week for Safety Last, where dreams, well, they're kind of there.